We're talking about how to sell website maintenance services here on The Journey. The reality of owning a website is that somebody needs to look after them on a regular basis. There's always website maintenance to work to be done: SEO, performance, security, and things like that. And if you've already put in the hard work of attracting the client and building the client's site, you can profitably provide those website maintenance services.
So let's jump into what to include in a website maintenance package. Well, maintenance services are typically offered as package solutions where clients pay you a predetermined amount each month or quarter. And the best part is it's entirely up to you, like what you want and what you can offer your clients. And it's important to be firm on which tasks are included and what isn't. And a typical base plan will include taking care of regular updates and maybe reporting on analytics. And you can expand from there by all means, offering more services to clients who desire them. But here are some possible options. Neely?
Yeah, so you can do hosting management, security site backups and recovery, design and development tweaks, technical support or troubleshooting, content updates and changes, and lastly, web analytics and insights. And while you might be tempted to build plans that include everything but the kitchen sink, step back and reconsider. This can work for big agencies, but it's not so simple when you're an independent contractor who does it all on your own. But web designers and developers know website maintenance is extremely important. The challenge is getting the client to understand this and appreciate the effort and ultimately pay for it.
Speaking of paying for things, how much to charge for website maintenance services? Well, let's face it, pricing is hard, especially when you're starting out, and discussing money can be, well, uncomfortable, even for seasoned professionals. Pricing is also an area where you can damage the long-term prospects for your business if you don't get it right. Now, ultimately, setting prices is a really personal decision. It is. But here are some important factors to keep in mind. First off, know your monthly expenses, and then add the amount you want to pay yourself on top of that. Next, adjust to include a reasonable cushion to allow for slower seasons, administrative tasks, and client acquisition.
Yeah, those administrative tasks are key. I mean, think about all the times you're communicating back and forth with that email that ultimately go as unbillable hours. Bake that into the overall maintenance packages. But next up, you'll want to research your competition. Do a deep dive on their pricing and services to get a feel for what the market currently supports. And lastly, one of my favorite tips here is to offer multiple package options. There's always going to be a small group of clients who want premium services and are willing to pay more for them. So don't leave money on the table and have a couple different options with different things you provide, maybe a base package with only updates, maybe a top tier package with a certain amount of hours every month. Whatever that looks like for you, just have a couple different options.
And now that you know what you're offering and how much to charge for it, when should you bring up website maintenance to your client? My advice, create a services page. Start by creating a dedicated services page, and it might end up being honestly the most important page on your website. And yes, your whole site can serve as a showcase for your work. However, your services page is where you get the opportunity to passively sell yourself without fear of it being perceived as too overbearing.
And then you can point your existing clients to your services page. And then make sure your existing customer base and others with whom you've worked in the past are aware of your new offerings. It's more expensive to acquire a new client compared to selling additional services to an existing client.
And don't forget to include the maintenance plans in your new project budgets. I'd encourage you to try bundling the first year of follow-up maintenance as part of your standard project budget. And then this will take care of the follow-up support that most developers offer, while also setting an expectation that, hey, support isn't free.
And if you don't feel comfortable including it in your project budget at the beginning of the actual project itself, what I do is I share out my project plan to my clients. And in that project plan, and like the discovery phase and the launch phase, there are 2 tasks around discuss ongoing maintenance. That way, when my client is going in and keeping track of everything going on, they know we're going to discuss ongoing maintenance at some point in the project. But you can also offer a limited trial at the end of the project. If including it in the project is that deal breaker, Give them a little bit of a taste of what services that they could have. And if your client is happy with those services, they can pay for a longer term.
And even if you weren't the original web designer, you've got the broad experience to handle routine matters efficiently and deal with a crisis if it arises. And these are invaluable skills, right? And if you put them to work efficiently, you can keep your clients' sites in top shape and boost your bottom line. All right, that's a wrap. Your journey doesn't have to end here. We have over 200 videos for you to watch.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is The Journey.